You can see all the textures are updated. Actually, they look like nice textures. As you can see, very bright with the white. Tunnel has been updated as well. Like moving through ice. Got the same path in and out from the side.
Yeah. I mean, it's not supposed to have a lot of people going through there.
Alright, so this is where you're probably going to see things start to shift a bit. Again, this is the same setup as we're used to before as far as the locations. Also, keep in mind, on the minimap you see that's an assault mech, so it's a square with 4 little squares. That's what assaults look like.
I thought it was an X.
But the differences start to show when we move over to the lower towards Bravo 4 area. Yeah, we're all going to have to get used to the mini-map now, not moving with the mech too. So the first thing, this is where things start shifting, guys. We're all used to Bravo 4 going down to lower. This is where things start changing. And notice the rocks. Snow effects.
Hey, it's not god-awful.
This is all the new areas on this map.
The snow effects. They don't... It's not
Again,
fucking
this would be
whiteout.
right above where Bravo 4 is on lower. We now have... Also, keeping a note, we'll kick cars now. Taking them out of the way. You no longer get stopped by the cars on here. That's actually really useful. You don't just bubble up and down on them.
Okay.
So, to put it in perspective,
yeah,
let's move up to...
I'm slightly behind you, I bet.
Where we're all
Still,
familiar with, right up
good.
here, and then we'll take a look around. You notice at time of day it's starting to get a little bit darker. This is a dropship right up here. And this is how much different it is. Bravo 4 is no longer the Bravo 4 that we know. This is the difference here. Tail end of the dropship sinks down and opens it up. You've got a corridor here. You do have some cover. Got a ship or two that's frozen. Let's go and take a top-down look really quick. Turn off this. And so it opens up to where I would say is the south. Go ahead and take a look there. As we move down. Again, I'll open up, I'll have the map open just so you guys can reference grids.
Acquired.
Target spotted.
Yeah, Lower City has been opened up.
Yeah.
Now we have this entirety of the map.
But it still does.
Now, there's not a whole lot of cover, as you can see out here, and we'll take a look at that. You've still got a lot of unused space.
New target acquired.
But what will be interesting is seeing where the spawn locations are. I'm on testing grounds right now, but where do people spawn, and how's that going to affect play? As you can see here, So we're down here right now. You can maneuver around.
Yeah.
And this is the perspective from the other side.
What is it? Like just so much city towards the outskirts? Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds
Also,
me of
CGI isn't
Polar
as
Highlands
bad as
meets
some people
River
make it out
or
to be.
Frozen City. I like the effects.
New target acquired.
I like the fact that there's actually buildings over here now. So it's going to be interesting. You can potentially see a lot of long range play along with the steel, the normal, the brawling, close range fights. Depending on where people spawn, I don't know if you'll see the typical, movement from Delta 3, Echo 3 across the top of the pocket with the dropship now. I would take a look for you guys out here. And this is where this all allows you cover from this position, right? You can use cover, concealment. Where that sort of disappears is where, right about here. And we're going to go take a look at where it might be a dead space where you may not want to be in the open. But there's some potential. So as you can see, pretty far sight lines. I mean, you can see the awesome over there. By the way, I'm using higher settings, make it a little prettier for you guys too, for the effects and particles and all that. So here's where the map starts to thin out and very open. So I think this is like the Frozen Sea,
Dude,
right?
if I was a battleship, that's where I'd go.
Frozen ice,
Wait
if
a
you will.
minute.
I don't know if you'll see this part of the map being played with. Potentially, you might see someone go back here because this is still part of the map. You can actually access all of this all the way back here, and this sort of loops around. So the only thing I would say is, as far as this is concerned, is this may be in no man's land, but it also may be potential for people to actually pull range. And I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see with the game modes. I don't know where domination, the marker is placed, or assault, or the bases, or any of that, or conquest points. So that'll really determine too is how and where things are played. Now you can go to the edge here. The only other thing I could really think about is if there was a mech mound height of stretch of like basically like this of just like ice,